If you like the reaction, feel free to subscribe, like, comment what you would like to see down below, and let's get into it. Hey, what's up, guys? It's WNBA season, and now we're reacting to why does everybody hate Caitlin Clark.
What's up, ballers? Today we're talking about the prodigy, the athlete, the legend, Miss Caitlin Clark. Now, if you don't care about sports, we have something in common. But
So everything she has to say now means nothing because she don't even watch sports.
do not click off of this video because I really want to talk about this issue because I feel like it's only people who care about sports that are talking about it right now, but this is bigger than the sports community. So Caitlin Clark is a college athlete from Iowa who has basically changed the sport as we know it. She was very recently chosen as the #1 draft pick for the WNBA going to the Indiana Fever. Now Caitlin is a 6-foot-tall point guard with some insane stats to her name. Like, people are seriously calling her the next Steph Curry.
Caitlin Clark. Well, I need to call you
People are just calling her the Steph Curry of her league. Not the next Steph Curry, just the Steph Curry of her league. That's not to be disrespectful, I'm just saying.
female version of Steph Curry, or do I need to call Steph Curry the male version of Caitlin Clark?
If you were an opposing coach game planning to stop Caitlin Clark, what would you do?
Now, Caitlin has been dealing with an insane amount of hate online from the public, from fans, from other women's basketball players, and from the press. She literally can't escape the hate, and I wanted to come out and make this video to not only support Caitlin, but talk about how crazy.
If you support Caitlin, go to the fucking game, bro. Buy a jersey. Go to a game, bro. I'm not. How you gonna support her just by talking about her so you can get clicks on your video? Come on, bro. Like, y'all piss me off, bro. And this is why men support WNBA more than women. But y'all get mad they don't have equal pay.
This is, I don't know why we're still dealing with this as an issue in 2024. Like, what? We are living in the dusty man apocalypse, and there's nothing we can do about it. Just kidding, there is something we can do about it. So if you haven't been following her career, it's disgusting, and you're probably gonna vomit while you watch this video because people suck. Now, before we get too far into this video, I would like to tell you about our members only community. So there are some things that you ask me and you're like, Tyler, how's family? Plus you get cute stickers of my dog and Wendy Williams. Yes, thanks, bye. The first hurdle that Caitlin is overcoming right now is that men will not buy the fact that a woman is this talented at what she does.
Cat. Most of her fans, I'm not gonna say most of them, majority are probably men and little girls, but the men are the one going to the games. Come on, bro, get your facts.
It's beyond. What inspired me to make this video were the TikToks that I saw saying, do you think you could beat Caitlin Clark in a 1v1? And then the guys were like, oh, all day, every day. So let's react to some of those to get started here.
These are the same men who see Caitlin Clark and think to themselves, I could do that. I could easily do. If I gave you 3 wishes from a genie, you couldn't do that shit. If God made you 7'1", you couldn't do that.
Okay, if God made you 7'1", you could obviously beat Caitlin Clark. What? She's 6 foot. Okay, stop. Come on, bro. Stop being stupid. Okay, and 3 wishes from a genie. I wish I could shoot like Caitlin Clark. I wish I was taller than Caitlin Clark. And I wish I could dunk. Game over.
So I had to Google what a Caitlin Clark was, and apparently she's a college basketball player. I have never seen her play in my life, but I've
never seen her play in my life, but he's about to
Neither have you. Don't do that, bro. Neither have you, bro.
say something without knowing anything about her. Okay.
guarantee you I would dog walk her in basketball, and I'm a 5'6" man. Like, I don't even have to watch a single highlight, and I know she would get obliterated
He hasn't watched her play. He doesn't know her stats.
in a one-on-one.
Bitch, neither have you. I'm sorry. I'm cursing. My fault, bro. I'm not trying to be mean, but family member, I can see why my family member recommended this, bro. Because they knew it's going to piss me off.
That shoots 44.3% from 3. If I picked you up by the waist and lifted you up, you couldn't do that.
Now, this angry woman's point was these men that talk in podcasts about how high school boys can beat professional women, they have no room to talk because they're just podcasters. Well, I've broken 3-point records. I've hooped over in other countries.
That is one thing that is true. Podcasters, if they never played the sport, they really have no reason to talk. Like, they should have a reason to talk about sports or anything like that. If they never played it, they never lived it, they never like even accomplished anything in sports. But this guy said he's 5'6" and he played and he broke 3-point record. So he probably has a right to talk. I don't know.
This conversation has happened time and time again. There's no reason to get so worked up. But if your argument is...
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna look up his stats. Matthew Martinez.
Okay.
South River stats. Okay. You so irrelevant. When I look up your stats, I have to include the area you live in. South River boys basketball 2014. That is.
I don't see what's so funny. Points. Yeah, 804. Okay. He averaged 28 points. He averaged 6.1 assists. Oh wait, he averaged 7 assists. Shit. Okay. And 6 rebounds. For a 5'6" guy, that's good.
Is good. For 23 to 2024, Caitlin's average points per game was 31.6. Okay. Matthew What's bucket, his average score per game was 28.7 points. In Caitlin's last season, her average amount of assists per game, 8.9. Matthew's was 7.36. Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this, because again, I don't know sports and I don't know what I'm talking about, but a little bit of research tells me her numbers are looking better than...
You clearly don't know what you're talking about. What? He's averaging 28 points in the men's, and she's averaging 31 in women's. So if they both played, he has a. I'm not gonna lie, he has a chance of beating her. What? That's not how. Just because you average more points, don't mean you're a better player. Bro, it's just. Oh my god, it's this kind of shit. Like what? You clearly don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Yours.
1v1 versus Caitlin Clark to 21. What's the score?
I'm gonna go 21-0 me, because I'm gonna take her to the paint and then it's over from there. She can't rock.
Take her to the paint is just gross. Why? Ugh, I don't like that.
Rock me in the paint.
You're like 5'10".
Okay, what does that mean? She's a $130.
You're like 5'10" is so funny. Eat a.
It's not. He can clearly just post her up. He's stronger than her. Bro, all you have to do is back her down and layups all day. But if Caitlin Clark gets the ball and starts shooting threes on him, then he has a problem. But that's if he misses in the paint. And he's clearly going to be able to out-rebound her. If he, bro, just because a guy's shorter than a girl, he has more athleticism. And that's facts. Because when the girls in WNBA jump, they barely get off the ground. So what the fuck are you saying?
Him up, Yahoo Sports anchor.
What's the score if you 1v1 Caitlin Clark?
I'm winning 21 to 4.
Okay, in a 1v1 against Caitlin Clark, what's the score?
We're going to
21.
Like 21. I'll probably say like 21-15.
Oh, yeah,
okay, I get they're saying like, oh, we're bigger than her. We can like shove her around. But like, I'm sure she's faster than you and has better accuracy.
She's saying that to athletes. So they play football. She plays basketball. She's obviously faster than them. What? So because she weighs less, she's probably faster than them. Yeah, please pick up a ball, bro. Pick up a ball. Go do something. Play a sport. Then you can see how hard it is. Or better yet, watch the sport.
Than you. So what
I'm gonna chill.
I just don't get it. And why does it make you so insecure that she's so good at basketball? And just let her be good. Just admit she's really good. Dusty's from wherever your hometown is saying that they could beat Caitlin Clark in a 1v1 gives the same energy as, yeah, I could have gone D1, but coach hated me. Yeah, I could have gone D1.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If going D1 was the same as playing a girl, a lot of niggas can go D1. Like, that don't make no sense. If it was 10 guys to go against Caitlin Clark for a scholarship, I'm gonna say 8 out of 10 of them niggas make it, or 8 out of 10 of them niggas beat her for that scholarship. Like, and Caitlin Clark is a great player. Like they say, generational player. She's gonna take the WNBA far, but you're just clearly chatting shit. Like, you're just saying shit. I'm gonna chill, bro. I'm just gonna chill.
But my knee had some problems senior year, and I missed the cutoff. But I probably would have gone to.
But you hear, she don't even know, like, to have an injury, that changes you. Like, you don't even know what an injury feels like. That's the crazy thing. Like, you're not the same after you tear an ACL or your Achilles or get an injury on your shoulder. Like, it's not, you're a different player. Like, come on, bro.
The Olympics too. You never know, but that damn injury. Shut the fuck up. Do you think you could beat Caitlin Clark in a 1v1?
No.
Of course.
How much are you winning by?
Like 1,000.
Do you think you could beat Caitlin Clark in a 1v1?
No, Caitlin Clark would give me buckets.
There you go.
What do you think the score is?
25 to, you know what, I'm gonna get at least 12 because I got some weight on her, you know.
My guy. Do you think you could beat Caitlin Clark in a 1v1?
No, definitely not. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, probably not. No.
What do you think the score is?
50 to 3, maybe like 50-15.
Do you think you could beat Caitlin Clark in a 1v1?
No, she got that range and that change. That's it.
What do you think the score is?
21-0, maybe 21-2, but she can shoot the ball. I can't.
All right. Do you think you could beat Caitlin Clark in a 1v1?
No chance. I played a little bit of basketball, but not enough for that.
Do you think you could beat Caitlin Clark in a 1v1?
I believe so. I think I can win.
What's the score?
11-7, because she probably would hit some threes on me. But I feel I can also block her because I'm pretty lengthy.
Do you think you could beat Caitlin Clark in a 1v1?
Yes, I think I can.
In a game to 11, what do you think the score is?
I think she's a really good shooter, you know, and it would be a tough game, but I think I will win like 11-9. Because I think Clarkson, she's like, in a game on 5-on-5, she would destroy me because she's like IQ, you know, and she knows how to shoot. But on a 1v1, it's more like physical, you know. And that's what I think. Being underestimated is nothing new to Caitlin Clark because she's been dealing with it since the beginning of time. Recently, I found a video of men on the opposing team chanting overrated at Caitlin Clark over and over again throughout an entire game. But one of the
They do that to men too, bro. They do that to high school men too. You could look up, you could just type chatting overrated to a lot of players. You're gonna see a lot of them do it to high school boys. Just talking shit, bro. And she was going against their team. So what they're gonna try getting into her head.
reasons I love her is because she didn't even respond. She just kept on with that game, and she
Once again, you don't watch her.
led her team to victory with 42 points. My girl. At the same time, the point of this video is to not just stand here and be like, I hate men, men are the problem, because you know what? Also, women are the problem. Caitlin is being bullied and attacked from literally every angle she could be. Recently, former WNBA player Cheryl Swoops went on a podcast and trash-talked Caitlin Clark, absolutely dragged her name through the mud. These are some of the claims that Cheryl made on this podcast. She said that Caitlin is a 25-year-old beating up on little kids, and that's why she does so well. So, fact check, Caitlin is 22 years old. Then she said that Clark takes about 40 shots a game, which again is like so incredibly dismissive to say that the only reason she's doing so well is because she takes the most shots. I mean, we wouldn't be talking about her if this were the case. She's at 22.3 field goal attempts for the season and 19.7 for her career, while Swoops averaged 24.9 in 2 years at Texas Tech. Oof. Girl, why? Don't throw stones from a glass house, ma'am. Swoop's last claim was that the all-time Division I scoring record Clark is about to break isn't legitimate because she has a 5th year of eligibility due to COVID-19. Fact check, Caitlin will break the record in 4. Why did you feel like you had to go say all that? you weren't even right. It's just so nasty to see someone be so jealous of another woman in your field. And I feel like this does happen a lot because us women are pitted against each other constantly. So it's easy to get jealous when somebody else gets the acclaim and recognition you feel like you deserve. But I feel like there were a million other ways to do it. And also, I think Caitlyn has particularly done a really good job of elevating all the women in the WNBA, not just herself. She, on multiple occasions, has given shout outs to other women in the WNBA who kind of started it out for her. She's given so much credit and she's been so gracious about it and has shown literally nothing but positivity. So not only is Caitlyn's skill level being constantly called into question, she also has to deal with so much dumb shit that male athletes would never have to think of. Like, why does her look matter? Why is this relevant? We're not talking about the way Nikola Jokic looks. Okay, we might be comparing him to Gru from Minions, but that's different. So I noticed on TikTok and on Twitter, but are we surprised about Twitter? People are saying that because she's so good at basketball, she must be one of the first transgender WNBA athletes.
That's fucked up. Well, that's fucked up. I don't know why you said that. Whoever said that, that's fucked up.
Not only is that so dismissive of women, that's also transphobic. What is your... Okay, watch the most unemployed video you'll ever see.
I'm 100% sure that's a man.
Okay, millennial pause. I just had to call it out. That was like a 4-second millennial pause.
Caitlin Clark is a man. There's no way she's hitting all them three-pointers like that. This is definitely a...
Okay, but you know what? At least he's giving her credit for the 3-pointers. This is progress, maybe. I don't know.
100%. This is the first transgender basketball player. They're not going to tell y'all that now because, you know, it's allowed in college sports. So, you know, it's like don't ask, don't tell. If she classifies herself...
Don't ask, don't tell is crazy.
As a woman, this is 100% a man. He has an Adam's apple.
Where?
Caitlin Clark used to be Peter Clark. Yeah, you heard me right. Caitlin Clark.
Okay, what a dumb idiot. You can look up publicly available information and know that Caitlin Clark has been playing women's basketball since she was like 11 years old. You are so brain broken if this bugs you this much. I'm trying to talk and my mouth is like halfway numb, so I'm like tripping on my actual like mouth parts. By the way, his username is Keon Positive Energy TV. Very positive energy, thank you for that. I feel like all girls kind of have like neck bones, especially if you're a skinny legend like Caitlin. It probably sticks out, I don't know. She's also getting bullied by former NFL player Antonio Brown. He quote tweeted,
"Nigga, nobody cares what he has to say. Like what? Nobody. That nigga been going downhill since he left the NFL. Nobody cares what that guy had to say, bro."
Tweeted a photo of her and said, "Looks like Mel Gibson." Why would you say that? I would pay triple whatever front row seats to a Lakers game are. I would pay triple that to watch Caitlin Clark 1v1 this mother.
But you wouldn't pay less to go to a WNBA game. Okay.
Win. Then he says on Twitter, Caitlin Clark looks like she keeps it hairy. I hope he's not married, and if he is, I hope his wife runs the f away from him. I hope she loads up the car and gets out of there. Then I hope that as women, we can come together and decide that no woman will ever go within 75,000 feet of wherever this idiot is. I think we should sign him up for random religions and start just chipping away at his sanity. I don't know. What should we do? We should start pranking him. The comments on all of her Instagram photos are absolutely disgusting. Literally, she posted a bikini photo. I wouldn't even call it a bikini photo. She posted a group photo in a bathing suit with 2 of her friends. It's like the most PG photo you could ever see in your life. The field day that the weirdos of the internet had with that photo makes me want to parachute off the side of the United States. I found message boards debating if Caitlin Clark is hot or not, and some of the stuff that I saw in there was so weird. Literally people saying like, oh, I didn't think she was hot until I saw her leak. Yeah, these mother leaked her. It's seriously so...
That was fake. That was a fake leak. Nobody leaked her, bro. I didn't even see it. I heard about it, and I'm pretty sure it was AI. It was fake, bro. Cause I'm pretty sure they did to Paige Beckers too. So yeah, don't believe everything you hear, bro.
Depressing, and I wish there was something that we could do besides, I don't know, like raise our sons to not suck, I guess. And then, of course, we have to talk about the way that she's actually been harassed in real life. Recently, reporter Greg Doyle interviewed her at a press junket where he said, "This is the sign that Caitlin Clark does at her family after every game." So Caitlin responds with, "Oh, you like that?" And the reporter says, "I like that you're here." And Caitlin says, "Oh yeah, I do this at my family after every game." And the reporter says, "Start doing it to me and we'll get along fine."
Yeah, he's a perv for that.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
So gross. And me personally, I did want to believe that maybe he was like confused and like just having an awkward moment and got tongue-tied. But upon further research, I found out that he apologized, but the apology just drove clicks to a blog post he made. So it like kind of seemed like he was just trying to get more traffic on his website, for one. For two, it sounds like he has a really bad reputation because all the other journalists were like, "Oh yeah, this guy, take away his license, whatever, whatever." And three, Dave Portnoy called him out. The last point on this that I want to touch on is that she is held to a different standard than any male athlete ever would be. Like, you know, there are so many athletes that are famous for trash talking or for cheating on their wives or for being big party.
Why did she say that? What other athlete is famous for cheating on their wife in the NBA? I'm trying to really think. Who's famous for cheating on their wife and actually sucked? She's talking about D Wade. Come on.
Animals, but could you imagine if Caitlin ever did any of that? The public would tear her to shreds. So I feel like she's had a lot of pressure on her.
So you're telling me the wife don't cheat on the NBA players? So, bro, come on, bro. Ain't no way you just did a D Wade reference in Gabrielle Union shit. That's how I know you don't know nothing about sports.
Her to be an absolute class act, perfect family-friendly image. One of her colleagues, Angel Reese, has been kind of popping off at her trash talking, and when asked how she felt about the trash talk, this is why I love her. She's such a class act. She just went on a whole rant about how trash talk is part of the sport and how she loves Angel Reese, she loves competition, and we should support Angel Reese as well. Did you know that Miss Girl is making less than a tenth of what Victor Wembanyama, the #1 draft pick for the NBA, is making first year? Yeah. I think that's crazy! So Caitlin's rookie season salary for the WNBA was $78,000, but Victor Wembanyama's salary is $10.5 million. Okay. And a lot of people will say it's because nobody watches the WNBA, but I did do a little proportion to double check that math. So the finals for the NBA last year brought in 11.64 million viewers. The finals for the WNBA brought in 728,000 viewers, and it is growing every year. So if you set that up as a proportion and you say, okay, if Victor got 10.5 milli with 11 milli views for the finals, then Caitlin, by that math, should have been offered $656,701.03. Question.
See how your math is wrong? Because they're not getting paid for the finals. They're getting paid for everything. Okay, the NBA brings in $10 billion. You're getting paid from that. So they have enough to give him 10 mil per year for, I think, 4-year contract. Yes. What WNBA bringing? They just brought in $200 million. Caitlin's getting paid from that, and they have 144 other players on the roster, so they can't. Obviously, they have to pay everything else, the stadiums, all the other workers. So obviously, she can't make as much money as you think. Plus, she got a $28 million shoe deal. Like, I'm pretty sure she's straight. She set herself for the long run, bro. She's straight. Y'all the only ones worried about her income. I'm pretty sure she's not.
And how much do you think Caitlin Clark got paid for her first season?
$3.
You're pretty close, actually. And what do you think Caitlin Clark's salary for her rookie season is?
Less than she made in college, for sure. 2 mil?
Probably signing contract like $5 million a year.
Her rookie salary is $78,000.
That's wild.
That's way underpaid, honestly.
Way to be good answers, though. Thanks for being in my video. Your best guess, what do you think her rookie year salary is?
$95,000.
You were pretty close.
Yeah.
Have you been following?
Oh, yeah.
Best guess, what do you think her rookie season salary is?
I actually know exactly what it is.
You know exactly. Go
Yeah,
on.
78,000.
Wow, this guy's following. Do you think it's fair to compare her to Steph Curry?
Not directly, but maybe she could be for the women's game what Steph is for the men's game. I mean, it's hard to compare across genders.
Another thing that I thought was so interesting as far as finances go is that Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever jersey was top selling jersey ever for a draft pick. I did see online that NBA players receive half of the profit from their merch sales and WNBA players don't. I wasn't sure if this was true though, so if you know someone or you have the inside tea, let me know. Because if I had the #1 selling jersey and I didn't get a cut on that shit, I would be pissed. So not only was Caitlin screwed on her WNBA deal, on her jersey sales deal, she also got a questionable deal with Nike. It was for $28 million for 4 years, which, I mean, to you and I,
Bro, 28 mil is good money for a shoe deal. I'm pretty sure that's the most for a WNBA player. That's good.
probably sounds like a boatload of money, a ridiculous deal. But when you compare it to other athletes, and when you compare it to her social relevance right now, it's made a lot of...
See, the great thing is they're still comparing them to men athletes. But I thought you guys were done doing that. Like, let it go. The men cannot be compared to women. We're different. God damn. Like, what the heck?
people raise their eyebrows. Even Dave Portnoy again came to her defense, which I can't believe I'm mentioning him so much, especially in a video about this topic. I'm like shook. It just feels like an unfair deal because she is literally one of the most searched terms on Google right now. She has quickly gained 2 million followers. She sold out seats for her college games. She has increased viewership on the WNBA by
Okay, I could notice you're following, right? But are you one of them players going to her games to help support those 2 million? If they're watching, if all of them are watching her game, they'll start making more money. And nigga, I'm watching the games. I'm not even followed her. Like, what are you saying?
thousands, and she's really beginning to become sort of like a cultural icon. One thing that I do want to note is that I know a lot of you will be up in the comments saying the WNBA doesn't make money, it's subsidized by the NBA, and I did look into this and it is somewhat subsidized by the NBA. The WNBA
somewhat subsidized? Bro, if it wasn't for the NBA, there would not be a WNBA league. Somewhat? Come on, bro.
would not exist without the NBA. But one thing I do want to note is that the NBA has years and years on the women's league. So the WNBA is still developing. I also would note that they've invested far more time, money, and resources into the NBA. So if they could do things like investing in Caitlin Clark what she's worth, I think she will do a lot to grow the league. It would be smart to invest in talent because people will turn out for Caitlin, and this could be really big for the women's league. And I'm
except you.
Gonna be honest, I do not care about basketball. I do not care to see it. I don't like it. It's not how I'd like to spend my money, but I do also realize that if I want to see a change in the world, I've got to participate. So I encourage everybody here, if this case makes you mad, go support Caitlin Clark wherever you can and go buy tickets to the WNBA and support, because it's the same sport, is it not? I don't know, make your boyfriends take you to that instead of the NBA. Do you think Caitlin's being paid fairly, or do you think this is ridiculous? Let me know your thoughts and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.